Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for May 19, 2021. Jeff Valle, the president of Walt Disney World Resort, revealed via Instagram the new cast member name tag design celebrating the 50th anniversary of the resort, which was announced earlier this month. The new name tag features the 50th anniversary Cinderella Castle logo and an outline of iridescent gold, or, just gold. It'll debut this fall with the beginning of the world's most magical celebration, an 18-month-long event in honor of, again, the golden anniversary. What else we're getting for that event is anyone's guess. Well, we know. Ratatouille, right? That's what we know. And Moana rooms. Happy birthday, Walt Disney World. Walter, you're so negative. No, I'm not. Me on the show, actually negative. Complimentary Magic Bands will be discontinued for annual passes purchased and renewed on August 16th, 2021 and beyond. Pass holders will still get a Magic Band discount as they do on most merchandise. That date and the fact that it says annual passes purchased and renewed does imply that annual passes may be available for purchase again before August 16th. Again, Walt Disney World has not officially said anything of the sort, but that would imply that they will be available to purchase by that date. We'll have to wait and see what happens. In response to getting rid of the complimentary bands, and of course, this is all due to Magic Mobile being rolled out, where you can use your phone to enter the parks and do all sorts of things that Magic Bands do. Disney also announced that animated digital tickets featuring the Orange Bird and Figment will come soon exclusively for pass holders on Magic Mobile, so stay tuned for those. Guests looking to purchase Magic Bands were hit with a less than pleasant surprise. All open edition Magic Bands have increased in price by $5. The coral level bands are $19.99 now, bronze level $29.99, and amethyst level bands $34.99. They were formerly $14.99, $24.99, and $29.99 respectively. The price increase also hit Shop Disney. So yeah, a day after getting rid of complimentary bands for pass holders, they raised the price of, the other Magic Bands by $5 each. Oh, Disney. Since the closure of Walt Disney World in March of 2020, parking lot courtesy trams have been unavailable to guests. Rumors now indicate that the service will return to all 4 theme parks very soon. Since the parks reopened in July of last year, guests have been asking repeatedly as to when the trams would be returning, as well as the cast members who operate the transportation system. And as capacity has increased over the last 10 months, more and more cars have been parking at each theme park daily, and the walk to and from entrances of the parks have gotten longer and longer for guests. With capacity set to be dialed up once again in the coming weeks, and with many rides and shows already sitting parties, in concurrent rows or even next to each other in some cases, it would make sense for now to be the time that the parking lot trams return. From what we have heard, a number of parking cast members have already been recalled, enough to bring the trams back into service. No date has been given as of yet, but we would expect to see the trams moving again soon, by June at the latest in our estimation. Again, Disney has not confirmed this yet, but based on the callbacks and everything else going on, it is expected to be very soon. One-way entrances and exits are being removed from shops all around Walt Disney World. Specifically today at the Magic Kingdom, we spotted them removed from splashdown photos, which at reopening time last July was one of the stores that needed entrances and exits the most, because they released what was left of the Splash Mountain merchandise, and there was a long line, multi-hour lines to get in the store. But now, just a couple months later, no more Splash merchandise and no more need to have these signs there either. We've also seen them removed from some resort stores already, specifically Boutique at the Polynesian, and we expect almost every store will get rid of these over the next few weeks. It's probably, I don't think they're even going to do capacity in shops anymore, but this is sort of the first step towards that. The Happy Chappies and Snappy Serappies are back together. You could say adios to those flat imposters and join the fiesta once again, because the Grand Fiesta Tour once again has its 3 Caballeros animatronics. After a series of malfunctions, you may remember they fell over at several points, the animatronics were removed back in January. Imagineer Zach Ridley announced the triumphant return this morning, moments before the ride opened. I know because I was standing outside of the ride when I saw this. They took away my opportunity to show everybody that they were back. Disney took away my spotlight. After nearly 4 months of absence, it was nice to see them back in action. They look great, and the people at Walt Disney Imagineering who worked on these and rebuilt some over 50-year old parts and brought these up to standards. This is really great. And you might be asking, well, hey, that ride's not 50 years old. Well, in case you didn't know, those animatronics go back to the Mickey Mouse Revue, which debuted at Walt Disney World in 1971 and moved to Tokyo Disneyland in 1983. After the Mickey Mouse Revue closed in Tokyo, they came back here to Walt Disney World in what was one of the most thoughtful, wonderful things Disney has ever done, installing them at the end of the Grand Fiesta Tour. Before that, there used to be a screen with them at the end of the ride. You can watch their triumphant return right here on our YouTube channel. A funny side note, when Zach Ridley originally posted that Instagram post, they had left some notes in there that he was given that he had to make changes. And one of them was about some wording that maybe alluded to the fact that the maintenance on them previously was not great. That, of course, has since been deleted, but it is funny to see Disney is aware of their maintenance problems, although they don't want you to be aware of them. But don't worry, here at WDWNT, we will continue to make you aware of them. Maybe we'll even bring back the maintenance report. Remember that, kids? Long, long time ago. It's been a few months since we saw jobs posted for the upcoming Space 220 restaurant at Epcot, but Patina Restaurant Group, the owners of the establishment, have posted several new positions to Indeed, including cashiers, hosts, servers, bartenders, bussers, food runners, and cooks. This would all indicate that they are finally gearing up for the opening of this restaurant. You may remember the original date set was winter of 2019, then it was set for April of 2020, then COVID happened, and then obviously the parks have been open since last July, and it's just been listed as coming soon, but it looks like maybe this summer we will get to eat at Space 220 next to Mission Space in Epcot. As stealthily as a bounty hunter, a new addition has made a surprise debut in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios in Disneyland. Monday marked the start of a special pre-sale opportunity for the Legacy Darksaber, as seen in the Disney Plus original series, The Mandalorian, and other Star Wars series. I've been yelled at all week that it was in other things. Yes, I know it was in the animated series. I am aware, but we all have to be aware, even though we watch those series, that the general public, most of them did not, and they know it from The Mandalorian. Either way, the Darksaber is available at Doc-on-Dar's Den of Antiquities. It's expected to sell out fast and then return in July. This, again, is just a pre-sale opportunity where they've got a few in stock for now. Fans looking to add it to their collection will need to have some patience, as our reporter noted that there was a 5 to 6 hour virtual queue wait to get into Doc-on-Dar's to buy this. The Darksaber comes with a plastic hilt and detachable angular white blade that has a long black stripe, replicating the pulsing visual effect that the Darksaber emits. The box is also custom to the Darksaber, with the whole package wrapped in shrink wrap. Sadly, it is not hard plastic like the other Legacy lightsaber cases. It is a whole new box. Outside the box makes for a very intimidating accessory. Once we picked it up, we found the Darksaber is made mostly of plastic, which is pretty different from the other Legacy lightsabers, and surprising given this high price tag. Still, it was cool to wave it around Batuu. The hilt is nicely detailed, even if it is plastic. The very bottom is a nice silver, which accents the look and even looks more impressive at night when you light it up. It's been controversial. This is $199.99. Some people think it looks great. Some people think it looks terrible. I haven't got it in hand yet. We did buy one, so it's coming here to the office at some point, and I'll let you know on social media how I feel about it. But if you want to check it out for yourself, there is a video right here on YouTube that's going pretty viral, so make sure you check it out. Whether you like all things cute and cuddly or bold as a bounty hunter, there's new offerings in Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios that are sure to please. Let's see what's new. At the creature stall, we have the furry new Tuca cats and the lava meerkats available. At Toydarian Toymaker, aspiring bounty hunters can don the helmet and jetpack of the infamous Boba Fett. In fact, you can launch that foam-tipped missile off the jetpack at your loved ones. Super fun. You'll also want to drink like a bounty hunter too, with a new mug resembling the skull of a Mandalorian mythosaur, regarded as a popular symbol to its people. Plush versions of Jar Jar Binks, Doc-on-Dar, my beloved Doc-on-Dar, and Darth Maul have also landed. You can get pictures and all the pricing at WDWNT.com. The Kilimanjaro Safari's family got a little bigger at Disney's Animal Kingdom as a baby Hartman's Mountain Zebra was born on the savannah. We have a look at the bouncing and standing baby boy. Monday's joyful arrival marks the first zebra birth at Walt Disney World this year. There's a new dessert on the prowl at Disney's Animal Kingdom that we had to check out. It's the Cheetah Mocha Mousse Brownie, featuring a dome of mocha-flavored mousse on top of a brookie that is half brownie, half cookie. Man, what will those guys at InGen think of next? Garnished with chocolate Mickey ears and a cheetah print and golden sprinkles. You could spot this treat at Creature Comforts. It sells for $5.49. The review at WDWNT.com. In an interview with StarWars.com, Imagineer Ann Morrow Johnson divulged details of the upcoming Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel. According to Johnson, when the Halcyon sets off next year, its leisurely cruise through the stars may be interrupted with unplanned detours. Quote, and just like any other cruise, we have an itinerary, so we have a set list of planets that we will visit. It's possible we might take a detour or two if we find ourselves in unexpected circumstances, but you'll be able to see those planets, other ships, and maybe the occasional asteroid field out the window as we cruise from place to place. Those unexpected circumstances could refer to the encounter with Kylo Ren in the First Order that we've talked about many times, or other complications in the journey. Guests will be able to see the planets from the ship's windows, both in the common areas and even their room. Of course, guests will also be able to take excursions to Batuu via shuttle during their Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser trip. Cape May Cafe at Disney's Beach Club Resort is back with breakfast and dinner. And while Minnie's Beach Bash breakfast has not returned, the cafe still promises a delicious all-you-care-to-enjoy meal of breakfast classics, priced at just $25 per adult and $14 per child. Breakfast is served from 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Dinner is also all you care to enjoy, no longer a buffet at $42 an adult and $25 per child. Dinner is served from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it does have add-ons. You can add crab legs and lobster at additional charges, which we did as part of our review. Check out the full reviews of both this breakfast and this dinner at WDWNT.com. They're exhaustive, hopefully help you decide if you need to visit during your next trip. We tend to think you might need to do both on your next trip. According to DVCnews.com, approximately 200 rooms at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa are slated to become Disney Vacation Club villas. The Big Pine Key building will become host to the villas, turning its rooms into resort studios, which sleep up to 5 guests. The new villas are scheduled to open in summer 2022. This is in addition to the DVC wing, which opened several years ago at the Grand Floridian. So this is an expansion into an existing building now with just more studios, which studios are the most popular accommodation for DVC guests, so it makes sense. Beginning today, Disneyland and other Orange County, California theme parks are able to raise their capacity from 25% to 35%. Disney took little time in updating their park reservation availability. In fact, most of the month of May was replenished for both Disneyland and California Adventure. So hop to it if you're looking to visit, because capacity's increased and there's more availability. It's even easier now to plan your visit to Disneyland, as both tickets to Disneyland and California Adventure Park and park passes can be booked at the same time, finally. While purchasing new tickets on Disneyland.com, guests will be able to book park pass reservations. For guests who already have valid tickets, a separate reservation booking tool is available. Following the reopening of Disneyland Resort, we're checking in on all of our favorite attractions to see the new health and safety measures in place. Recently, we visited the Mark Twain Riverboat at Disneyland Park, as well as Goofy's Sky School at Disney California Adventure, and even Star Tours at Disneyland. You can watch our full videos of the attractions and their distancing measures right here on our YouTube channel. You can take a photo walkthrough on our website. With Avengers Campus getting ready to open on June 4th, we now have a first look at some of the merchandise that'll be available in this new land, and will even interact with its new attraction. A number of these new products will be coming first to Disneyland Resort Backlot Premier Shop on May 29th before arriving at web suppliers and the Avengers Campus Supply Pod inside the campus. One of the biggest revelations from the release today was the announcement of the Web Tech merchandise that'll interact with Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. Each accessory will provide different abilities that guests will be able to use to enhance their experience, though they are not required to experience the attraction. The Web Power Band features an attraction mode that unlocks multi-fire webs aboard Web Slingers to personalize the gameplay for a unique experience. And if you want to go beyond the famous web crawler, they will have certain accessories that will be available inspired by Ghost Spider, Iron Man, and Rescue. The Spider-Man and Ghost Spider editions will allow guests to shoot electrodynamic webs, while the Iron Man and Rescue ones provide repulsor blasts. Outside of the park, they also generate effects for everyday play. The Spider-Man and Ghost Spider-inspired web shooters feature light, sounds, projections, and webs that eject and retract, while the Iron Man and Rescue-inspired repulsor cannons light up and blast air while you practice your repulsor powers with training spheres. As we've already seen, spider bots will be prominent in the attraction, and guests can take one home to prepare for battle with programmed combat and defensive abilities. For even more action, tactical upgrades inspired by Iron Man, Black Widow, Black Panther, and Ant-Man and the Wasp will be available, with even more characters expected later on. You can also carry around your Spider-Bot in this geek chic backpack. Yeah, you'll look super cool carrying your robot spider around in a backpack. I say this as a man who's already bought one of these Spider-Bots, so don't think I'm insulting you at home, please. If you're looking to accessorize yourself, check out the Spider-Man-inspired goggles that offer 17 different expressions. That's more than I offer. Complete the look with authentic web shooters featuring lights, sounds, and even a display stand. And don't forget the Funko Pops that'll be exclusive to the land. How cool are those? Show your allegiance to the Worldwide Engineering Brigade with a variety of products from apparel to homewares featuring the web logo. For younger ones, there'll be merchandise inspired by Steam and even an at-home web-making kit. Finally, you could head to Campus Supply Pod, located near the Ride, for a souvenir of Avengers Campus. Campus Supply Pod carries a tire featuring the Avengers Campus logo and other gear, including Avengers Campus t-shirts, a fleece hoodie, and even a deluxe figurine set featuring your favorite Avengers. Of course, we are continuing to interact with our favorite characters at a distance at the Disneyland Resort theme parks. While at California Adventure, we popped into the Disney Theater and saw the Disney Junior Pals there. Vampirina, Doc McStuffins, Racer Mickey, and Fancy Nancy were there. And then on a balcony at Pacific Wharf, we found Goofy and his son Max fishing. You can watch videos of these distanced meet and greet experiences right here on our YouTube channel. While Tokyo Disney Resort often sells souvenir trays and serveware featuring some of the events going on at the park, rarely does the resort sell actual trays like those that are given to guests dining at many of the restaurants, until now. Guests, of course, love that nearly every counter service restaurant at the resort has a unique tray to carry your food, so it makes sense to replicate and sell these incredibly thoughtful pieces of the park. So starting June 1st, they will begin with the Queen of Hearts Banquet Hall in Fantasyland, which will be the first location to sell these. Available for 1,200 yen at the, again, Queen of Hearts Banquet Hall. Souvenir tray imitates the actual tray that's given to you to carry your food, featuring both the namesake queen herself as well as the King of Hearts in a style reminiscent of a playing card. Every trip to Tokyo, I always take a picture of these trays. Every major counter service restaurant has a unique one, and I love them so. And at one point, they even made small toys where they had like little trays, but I didn't buy those. I was like, oh, it's not the same. I will absolutely need every food tray from every restaurant if they make all of these. This is such a thoughtful and cool thing. Disney World, Disneyland, take notes. This is the kind of stuff we want. You should have unique trays at your restaurants, and then you can merchandise those to us, and we are dumb enough that we will buy them. So please do this. Charles Grodin, best known for films such as King Kong, Beethoven, and The Heartbreak Kid, has passed away from bone marrow cancer at age 86. Disney fans may best recognize Grodin for his two villain roles alongside the Muppets and the extinct Epcot attraction Cranium Command. Grodin played the villain Nikki Holiday from The Great Muppet Caper and faced off against the Muppets again in the Muppets at Walt Disney World TV special as security guard Quentin Fitzwaller. Disney Parks fans know Grodin as the left brain from the former Epcot attraction Cranium Command. You can watch Cranium, if you've never seen it or you want to relive it, Cranium Command in full is available right here on our YouTube channel. I love Charles Grodin so much. Just such a great comedic actor. Even when he was the straight man, he was absolutely marvelous. I think many of you know I have an affinity for The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Obviously, we do one of his bits on News Tonight. And so Charles Grodin, one of the most legendary guests in the history of that show. And I think probably a good amount of my humor and the way I react to different bits on the show is probably a little bit of Charles Grodin. So he will be greatly missed. A tremendous actor who gave us a great performance in a legendary Epcot attraction. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Now I'm going to practice slinging some webs. WDWNT presents Timekeeping, a year-by-year journey through the history of the vacation kingdom of the world. Join us for the premiere Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern or watch on demand anytime on the WDW News Today YouTube channel.